that you put God first to ensure that you do not make the wrong decision. So every aspect of our life has unwritten laws. We believe that every aspect of our life has unwritten laws, but marriage do not have any written law. So for you to operate with such a philosophy is a sign that maybe something critical is wrong with you or is wrong with your thinking. You understand? Be it career, business, and otherwise, there is laws governs everything. And in relationship, dating, and marriage, uh, it's not different. It's also applicable as well. So based on such, the first on the list is, if you want your relationship to actually work, to succeed, your dating and as well as your marriage to actually succeed and survive the test of time or to be for long, you must apply or adopt these laws. Number one is put God first. You see, whether you like it or not, life is spiritual, is far beyond what you just see in the physical realm. So hence spirituality must you must ensure that spirituality plays a major role in your what? In your dating, relationship, and marital life. Hence, is the reason why you must put God first. You need to put God first to take the right decision, to ensure that the person you are choosing is not the wrong person for you, it's not the bad person for you. Hence, the reason why you want to put God first. Then, number two, number two reason why you want to put God first is you want to ensure that uh, you see, we want to ensure that after putting God first now, the second thing you want to do is to believe that the relationship. You see, I made just a part of a particular post that I actually have still on this channel, which says, when it's about choosing a partner, where I talked about, that any man, any woman who does not believe that the man is the head of the home is not a woman you should date or even get married to. You understand? You see, the man must be the one who gives directives or who gives command in the home. But then you find, if you as a man, single man, or even a single lady, and you discover that the person you are choosing does not have the father being the one who is giving command in that particular home, it's a sign that you should not take such a situation or such relationship, shouldn't take it serious. You understand? Especially if the father is still alive, that's the father of that home is still alive. And the same thing is also applicable, that when you are now married, you should be the one taking charge or giving command, giving directives in the home. Now, we are not saying that the woman should just be an on-side looker or a bench warmer. No, there's a place where she needs to come in. Maybe a place whereby the husband is not available or is not around. Then she can act on behalf of the husband, act in decision or interest that will benefit both. She will act. It's also has to do with delegation or delegating authority to the woman to actually do that which will be for the good of the home and not just the man alone. You understand? You see, the man will not take any decision that will hurt his family, whether you like it or not. A man will protect his family, has more level of protection, more level of security over his family than any other person. So this is what you must actually put into cognizance, or you must put into consideration. Then number three rather, number three law that you must actually understand is that as a man, you must be willing. You must see it as a default duty to love and care, as well as provide for your wife. You understand? So this is not something you should debate or something you should go and think about. It's a default rule that you should what you should assume when it comes to uh when it comes to relationship, when it comes to marriage. You understand? You must see it as a primary duty or as a basic duty. Then number four is a wife must be respectful and must be submissive to her husband. Now, if you come to the concept of dating, is a lady who is still in a relationship, whether in courtship or still dating stage, must be respectful. She may not necessarily be submissive, but if she is respectful to her man, there is every likely tendency, respect has a way of graduating into submission. You understand? Anyone you respect, you are most likely going to submit to that person easily. You understand? So whether you like it or not, there is a very subtle, very little difference between respect and submission. And for you, if you can respect someone, you're not going to find it difficult to submit to that person's authority or to submit to the leadership of that particular person. You understand? So you must, as a woman, you must see it as a point of duty, just like the way the man sees himself providing, taking care, and securing his family as a primary point of duty that hold he owe to his family or he owe to his wife, to his children, and his entire household. You as a wife, you should also see this as a point of duty that you owe to your family, that you owe to your what husband. You understand? The law number 5 is that if you are somebody who intends to get married and you are greedy or you are selfish, you must learn, whether you are a man or you are a woman, you must learn to begin to contain this habit of yours, this habit of greed or this habit of selfishness. Why? Because um, marriage has for you to be successfully married, you need to, or for you to stay successful in marriage, you need element of kindness, element of a lot of kindness as well as a lot of selflessness. So you must learn to include others in your plan. Maybe at some time even put others at first before you will have to put yourself. You understand? But at the end, selflessness will have to selflessness as well as kindness will have to what will have to play a major role in your marriage for it to succeed. You understand? You have to consider that, okay, for the good of the whole, I will sacrifice some certain things just to ensure that the home can actually what take a good shape or take a good direction. You understand? It may not necessarily be all the time, but in times whereby it becomes a necessity. You understand? You will have to what? You will have to do that. For instance, a man may have to, let's assume maybe cases whereby there is low resources. The man will always want to put his wife and his children first, that they get good food, clothing, shelter, before he will even have to put himself to getting good clothes. Now, what we are saying here is it's not that this man should put on rags, but he will want to put all of these people first before he will put himself in the picture as regard getting all these things. So that's what we're talking about, the concept of selflessness and kindness. You understand? Whether you like it or not, if you got married to if you got married at the age of 20, either as a man or as a lady, this person you are getting married to, they've had a particular way of life that they've been living for the past 20 years of their lives. So you come in now when they are at age 20, that's if the both of you got married at age 20, there are some habits that this person has formed. You understand that, you might not be too comfortable with, but what you'll be looking at on overall of this particular individual is the overall merits compared to the demerit that this person actually has. That means you look at the pros and the cons. You look at, when you now look at the pros, the good character that this person actually has outruns the bad, characters that this individual actually has. You understand? Hence the reason why you are choosing that particular individual. Let's assume that maybe some of the bad character, or maybe let's say weakness or flaws that this individual actually has, maybe is maybe this person is not too fast when he's doing some particular things, or maybe uh, the individual is not too smart in the way he actually handles things. It's a weakness. But if you look at other aspects, that's maybe other character of his, he's respectful, he's kind, he's humble, he has good leadership qualities, he's a good team player, he believes in corporate vision, he believes in success of the team, then you want to choose that person. You understand? Despite him having not too smart attribute or weakness or flaw, you want to choose him because you've seen the advantages or the merits that he has over his demerits of or his weakness. You understand? It's kind. As such, if you are greedy and you are selfish, it is advisable not to get married. You understand? Because if you get married as a selfish or as a greedy person, you're going to hurt yourself as well as you are going to hurt your family as well. You understand? So this is number four of number five of the laws now. Then number six of the law is that, if you're already dating or you're already in courtship, you see, occasional cohabitation is a must. Now, occasional cohabitation, you see, this thing is quite tricky, especially if you happen to be a Christian and what you are practicing is abstinence till marriage. You see, why am I saying that this aspect is tricky? Because cohabiting, if these two persons are not disciplined enough, they might break that particular vow of keeping themselves till marriage that they actually what made to themselves. They might actually what break it if they are not disciplined enough. So it's the reason why I said this aspect is very tricky. Hence, these people must have a kind of system that actually helps them to to actually checkmate themselves so as not to fall into temptation during the aspect of occasional cohabitation. Why is occasional cohabitation necessary? You see, whether or not whether you believe it or you do not believe it, there are some characters that some individuals are going to exhibit, and you would know that I might be able to live with this individual for a long time, or I might not be able to live with this individual for a long time. So occasional cohabiting will help to actually reveal some of these characters. And if these two people actually discover that they might not be able to live together based on this, serious weakness or backlash, they are most likely going to what? They are most likely going to end the relationship, especially if both of them are not willing to make adjustments for their own good. So they are most likely going to end the relationship based on this. So it's the reason why I said occasional cohabitation is very important. You understand? And using law number one, which is putting God first, who actually what in cases whereby there are minor crises, uh, it will actually help you to actually what he will help you to resolve things, know what to do and what not to do as regard resolving such crisis. Then law number 6 is learn how to manage crisis among yourselves even before you get married. You see, whether it is not it is not angels that you are married to. You are married to a human. And this human, either your husband or your wife, is most likely going to offend you when you get married, when the both of you get married. And him or her offending you now, if you do not, the both of you do not have the maturity of proper crisis resolution on time before you got married, it's going to tell a lot of negativities about you. Your relationship, your marriage is going to suffer on the long run, and you have unnecessary issues which you're not supposed to have. So it's the reason why you need to learn crisis resolution early enough. So with such, you're already knowing that okay, this how these issues, this kind of scenario can be handled or it can be managed, and stuffs like that. Then when it now happens in the future, that okay, this how my man, this how I can approach him when he's angry at me. Maybe I offended him. This is my woman. This is how I can actually approach him and resolve issues with him. When I offend him, these are things that actually gets him pissed off. These are the things he likes. Stuffs like that. So crisis resolution now makes your union even easier on the long run, because you know how to get by even after little backlash. Because whether you like it or not, there's no way, even if your marriage will last maybe even only 1 week, maybe you get married in just 1 week, the both of you are going to have issues, you are going to have misunderstandings. So learning all this will help you to strengthen your relationship as well as your marriage on the long run. So we're dropping here this losses, crisis, and proper crisis resolution strategy or method. So do what to like this video. I'll continue this series sooner than later. This is the DEFISIL podcast, and I will talk.